Hello, welcome back to Lamatique. I'm back this week with some more junk journal flip-throughs. This week I have The Little Mermaid and Mulan. We will start with Mulan. Again, these covers are made from the inserts from the VHS clamshells. Sorry, I'm bouncing everything around. So it's just got the elastic with that little pretty button there. So here's the cover. Extra paper on the spine. Little label. And let's jump right in. So in the front, I've got some different sticky notes. There's a couple of each. Like I said, I've got a lot of sticky notes, so I was going to start including them in a lot of the journals in the front cover, which I think works out kind of nice that they're stuck in the front cover. And you just pull one out and use it where you want. The front here, there's a piece of the calligraphy book with the pretty flowers. Then I've used this beautiful scrapbook paper with the flowers on it. This is double-sided scrapbook paper. There's a pocket here on the side. It's using a piece of an advertisement. It's real thick though, but it was cool and had some Mulan-esque scenes on there. Little piece of a thick coloring page. Sun die cut. A couple little printed images. These are printed on some heavyweight paper. They are paper though. They're these nice glossy prints. These are professionally printed. Got some book pages with the beautiful flowers and that. The garden with the water. A little bit of that stone paper. It's got a little bit of washi on the bottom. A little bit of that stone paper. A piece of that stone paper with a little bit of the washi on the bottom. There's a stamp, a flower stamp here on the red 24-pound Astro Brights. Hand-dyed paper. Coloring book. That's the one with the back side, so it's got a print on the back too. Here we've got a Mulan card. It's got a counting card of that. It's got Mushu there. This is on a thicker. I just thought it kind of fit in the book. It looked like something you'd see in Mulan. Reminded me of when she's on the top of the things. That was like no information. I'm not sure how to explain that. Then we got a pocket here. Got a couple sheets. 2 sheets of this pretty paper with the butterflies and flowers. 3 sheets of the yellow with the flowers. 2 sheets of this with the flowers. Some colored index cards. And then one of those shimmery paint chips with a reddish color. There's a lot of red in this book. There's a little fussy cut of Mulan from a card. And then this was like a sample from a printer. But I thought it was just really pretty with the red trees. More pictures from a garden book or that. This one's got a beautiful tree image. The tree with the blossoms. A little bit of yellow flowers on the other side. And space to write in that. More of that stone paper. The yellow with a stamp. That's 24-pound Astro Brights as well. Hand-dyed paper. I love how this paper came out. Looks like fluffy pink clouds. Coloring sheet. Collaged index card. Got the little cricket right there. The other side, you got some die-cut tags. They're all cut from the tag, from the scrapbook paper I used in this book. Another beautiful garden book page with all the reds. That stone paper, a little bit of washi. Stamps on the red again. One little page from Mulan. It's got Mushu and the cricket right there. Another hand-dyed paper. This one's got flowers. A little cut apart from the scrapbook paper. Little Mulan. The center is a coloring book page. Here's a piece of ephemera from the Mulan VHS. There's the center page. It kind of reminded me of in the movie when she's working out or training. There's the word. This side of the Mulan. More dyeing, stamping on this page. A journal card that I made. This is another piece of that advertisement, like the pocket here. And this was an advertisement for like a show with the dancers and ballerina, but it was all like Asian. I believe it's Chinese, just like Mulan. It's a Chinese story. The other side, there's postcard print. This is a heavier on cardstock. I thought that was so pretty. It's another little, this is one of those index dividers. And I sewed a picture to the back, and I got a little Mulan sticker and some flowers in that. I thought that was really pretty. Do your best. A couple stamps on some index cards. There's a stamp here on the yellow Astro Brights. I think this one really came out pretty. I've done Mulan a few other times, but I think this is the time that it's come out really the best. This is my favorite one. So there's some little Mulan stickers. One second. There we go. And then here we have, should have left that off. I believe there's 3 of those little pink papers. These are stickers. They're like red foil-y little diamonds. Here's a piece of that offcut from the dollar store. This just seemed, it kind of seemed like a pattern you would find on like Mulan's dress or that. A piece of Disney origami paper. I did have to cut that a little bit to fit in the pocket, so that is not a perfect square anymore. A page from a Wreck-It journal. Cover this page in tape, create some kind of pattern, which I thought was cute because the washi tape a lot of people cover things in washi tape and cut shapes out of them and that. So I thought that was kind of fitting to put in here. I don't put too many of those pages in here. I try to look for ones that really kind of make sense in the journal. Or like the little creative ideas. And that, you know, it's kind of flexing your creativeness when you see, you know, when you have a little, what's the word I'm thinking of? I cannot find the words this morning. It is earlier than usual. I'm trying to film early and get it done because it's going to be hot. And last week's video was so bad with the air conditioning, the editor had to edit it out, and I think it sounded really funny afterwards, so I'm trying to turn the air conditioner off while I film these videos. Well, this video. It's one of those little faux letters I like to make. And that's on the hand-dyed paper. It's beautiful gold foiled paper. So yeah, it is much earlier. My voice is probably a little rougher. The other side of that. Hand-dyed the bird down there. I really do like how this Mulan came out. I love all the flowers. Here's a greeting card. And it's got a little die-cut leaf there. And it's got the envelope, as always. I usually include the envelope. And then the back side here is a journaling card with the gold foil. Another Mulan flashcard. And then in the back pocket here, we have one of those diamond cards. A couple of these note papers. There's two of those. The color just matched, so. A napkin. This is another piece from the advertisement, but I had made stuff out of the advertisement in there, so I gave you this piece, so you could make something or use it somewhere else. And then here's a page from a little, like adult coloring, journaling kind of book. Prompts. That's the word I'm thinking of. Prompts. So like the Reckitt pages, I try to get ones that have prompts that kind of make sense to journaling, or little art prompts that maybe tell you to do something you haven't done before and gives you an idea. Sometimes just creating something will give you an idea for something else. Sometimes I start creating something and I'm like, oh, wait, it would work better this way or that way, and I do that. And I did not show you the dangle for Mulan at all, did I? So here's the dangle. It's got all these little tiny beads. And then these little ball bead and more little beads hanging from them. And it's got these little beads here with the little Chinese characters on them. And then that is attached to the bolt clip, but to the little lobster claw. And then this piece has the little, where you can take it off. The little lobster claw where you could take it off and put it somewhere else. I like how it came out. This one took me a long time to do and get right. Okay, so now let's do Little Mermaid. Okay, so here's the Little Mermaid. We got the dangle. We've got a little resin mermaid tail. A starfish. A little blue pearl. Little clam, and then another little seashell. It's got a button again with some elastic. I thought this button was so pretty, like a big pearl. I believe that's the last button like that I have. So here's your cover. This is an original, again, VHS clamshell insert. This is one of the older ones. I think this might even be like the cover they don't use anymore. I'm pretty sure it's the cover they don't use anymore. but I found a really old copy of The Little Mermaid. I've never had this cover before. This is the first time I got to make a journal out of this cover. So we've got some little sticky notes. There's an A for Ariel, little seashell, and then some little green colored. It's like a minty green. I just thought it went pretty in here. It's very Ariel-like colors. Calligraphy page with the pretty flowers. I love this page with the little, it's got little gold dots and flowers. It's beautiful, double-sided, and this is actually from the same kit as the Mulan papers. Same scrapbook. So that was more for this side. This reminded me of like seaweed or kelp. So I thought that was pretty. A couple little vintage reprints of some shell diagrams. These are on a thinner paper. They are professional, so they're nice and glossy. Little shell cutout. A book page with an ocean scene there. I love the clouds in that picture. More like the ocean and the clouds and the sky. This is hand-dyed paper I made especially for this book, which most of the papers I do dye them especially for the book they're going in. This one says Seize the Day. I love how that really came out with the pinks and greens and they didn't mush together too much. And that's 24-pound white Astro Brights. Coloring book page. It's seashells with little patterns in them. This one had a little quote on the back. There's no sea. The sea, once it's cast its spell, holds one in its net of wonder forever. I like these coloring book pages too. They had the cute little quotes on the back. Here's a stamp of an octopus in the corner of that one. The landscaped green paper for you to write on. Oh, this page is from a different kit with the mermaids, but I just had to put the mermaids in there. That's the last page of that mermaid paper I have. That's another little sample of paper, but it had such a pretty ocean scene on it. So yeah, I love that mermaid page, and it is double-sided too. And I made sure that it matched well with the other paper that I used. So corresponding, got a little piece of paper in there. So the colors correspond and that nice. There's a shiny blue paint chip. Some index cards. I believe these are 2 of these smaller ones. That always reminds me of like waves. 3 of these days of the week. And I put 2 of these in here. It says new rule, no talking. These are Nemo or Finding Dory. Either Finding Nemo or Finding Dory. But I just thought they were cute. And they go in there because they're sea anyways. So I thought it was just cute to add in there. And got a little Ariel fussy cut in her dress. And then this is a professional print, a little bit of a waterfall, rushing rapid. I love this Disney book. I love the way, I love these drawings in it. It looks like paint mixed with pencils and that. I love the way that looks. More hand-dyed paper. This is a page from a different Ariel book, but it was like the end page. And I thought it was just really pretty. It had like the plant kind of life going on. I thought it was really pretty and it really matched with the colors in this book, so I used that in here. More Astro Brights paper and some stamping. The colored graph paper. This is a nice weight too. I love the way this paper feels. It's so soft. Little collaged time card. Got Ariel down there. Some little Ariel stickers of forks, her little music box. Oh, there's a little bit of Mermaid washi down there. I love this page too with the drips. My daughter says it kind of looks like mermaid scales. I mean, it looks like drips of water to me too, but I really like that one. That was like part of the reason I bought that, was for this page in an Ariel journal. And then on the back, it's got that pretty, like, I feel like it's like almost, like it's like water, but you got the flowers and that in it. But the color in the background is like deep ocean colors. And here's a set of tags. They're all cut out of that one with the gold foil dots, the first page. More ocean pictures from a book. This one had like the rundown castle on the other side. Kind of reminds me when she first comes out of the water to go find Eric. More hand-dyed, the lobster and the seashell at the top. There's another one of these coloring book pages. I love this. This is the starfish. On the back it says, "To be a star, you must shine your own light, follow your own path, and don't worry about the darkness, for that is when stars shine the brightest." There's a little stamp work on the other page, some bubbles, a little bit of like seaweed or something creeping at the bottom. So landscape lined in the green. Just another little fussy cut Ariel. Here's a cut apart journal card from a different scrapbook kit. The Sea Life. It's an Ariel book page. Little Ariel Valentine. There's your center. Scuttle telling her all about how you use the fork and the dingle hopper. It's one of my favorite parts of the show. Scuttle and his explanations for the everyday objects. This one's pretty on the other side. It's got all our mermaid sisters. More of that same stamping on that page. The other half of the hand dyed. Here's another journaling card that I made. I love this. This washi almost matches that page in the book. That might be this page right here, actually. Yeah, this page. It almost matches that page. A little bit of washi. Just a random occurrence. That's on the professional heavy done paper too, and it's a seagull for Scuttle. A little bit more of that mermaid washi there. It's another cut apart from the ocean paper pad. Stamped index cards. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I really had to get a drink. My voice was disappearing. So this is actually just a little die cut mermaid tail. Here's that altered index card divider. See, I've used one of those prints of the vintage shell diagrams. And then I've like collaged different little images in the background. These kind of look like seaweed. They're really those Tim Holtz flower dies, but up against there, it kind of makes it look like seaweed. And there is the back. That's that other side of the page, the back, the end page from the Ariel book. It's really pretty. The hand dyed again. I love how this hand dyed paper came out. Maybe I'll do a tutorial showing how I kind of did that. How I got the colors to mix together like that. The other side of that Ariel book. Some Ariel stickers. Got the dolphin. Then there's some little tiny Ariels. And another Ariel sticker. These ones in here are all official Disney stickers too. So then here, I have like 3 sheets of that pink. This is a sticker sheet. This is really heavy cardboard with a little hole in it. It's just got that pretty tropical background though, just for creating with. This is like a light cardstock that I hand dyed with the stencil. So I give you that to create on, or you could just journal on it and journal on both sides. This was a page from the Wreck-It Journal, and I thought this one was cute because it said float this page. See, like I said, I try to only use the ones that kind of are appropriate or got little prompts or that kind of make sense to the story or the theme of the book. I love these little die cuts too. I've included a few here, cut from the paper, but they're shaped like the little clips. So there's a few different ones, and I've used them here and there throughout the book. Here is the hand-dyed faux letter. It's got stencil dyed with the fish in the background of that. I really like how that came out. It's really pretty. It's the hand-dyed paper again with all the colors. Yeah, let me know if you'd like to see like a tutorial on how, or see how I did that dyed paper like that. That has all the different colors in it like that. Landscape ruled. The purple, the little bit of octopus tentacles. Seashell. Boat paddles. They do paddle in the little boat. That's like one of my other, that's my other favorite scene when they're in the little boat and they're singing, go on and kiss the girl. I love that scene. The other side of the book page. The little greeting card, note card with the envelope. Little die cut starfish in there. This side we have an Ariel playing card and journaling card. And here is the back. And this is just one of those little, it's like a 3D puzzle. This one's made out of like foam, but it's like a little seashell with a pearl inside. So I included that in there. The playing card with the gem. 2 or 3. Is it 2? I think it's 2. 2 of the Mermaid note paper. It's a napkin. One of those little pages from the adult coloring book, like, it's like journaling prompts and coloring. But that one was really pretty with the jellyfish. And this piece, this is cut from a book. Got something else on the other side. But this reminds me of that go on and kiss the girl, the little boat in the background. So I thought that was pretty to include. I mean, you can cut it down, turn it into a journaling card or that. But I thought that was pretty to include for you to create with. I almost turned it into a journaling card myself. But then I was like, you know, it's such a nice piece. I'd like you to choose what you get to do with it. Is that napkin rolling up on me? No. Okay. Okay, so that is the Little Mermaid. I hope you enjoyed today's videos. I know it was a little slow and that it's early in the morning. I'm just trying to get the video done before it gets too hot outside. I thought I wanted to turn off the air conditioning so there wasn't a lot of noise in the background. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give me a like, subscribe, come back and visit me next week. Let me know what you think in the comments. Happy Wednesday and have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Bye-bye.